Specialist Jenkins, what kept you going through the Human Covenant War?
Vengeance.
Vengeance for what, exactly?
Year was 2552, back before Chief kicked the Covenant's ass. Me and my squad of ODSTs were stationed on a UNSC frigate in orbit above the Reach. We'd been at Reach for only a few days before all hell broke loose. I remember it like it was yesterday. My crew and I were in the mess hall when the sirens blared through the ship. We jumped into action, of course. Armored up and ready to go, we climbed into our orbital drop pods and were launched into action. All I could make out over the comms was that something had entered Reach's orbit and unleashed invading forces in capital cities. As we were falling through the atmosphere, ODSTs were dropping like flies. By the time we hit the ground, half my squad had been killed. Died not even knowing what we were fighting. When I hit the ground, I was immediately bombarded by enemy fire. So, without a second thought, I hopped out and grabbed the onboard rocket launcher. Using my pod for cover, I took aim at anything that was shooting in my direction with no discrimination. After a few hours of back-and-forth fighting, I managed to make my way to a UNSC outpost where me and a few Marines were dispatched to join a team of Spartans en route to Gamma Station, Reach's orbital space station. The invading force later turned out to be the Covenant. Me and my team caught a Pelican up to the station where we rendezvoused with Blue Team near their crashed Pelican. Our joint mission was to destroy the nav database to prevent it from ending up in enemy hands and leading them back to Earth. Under direct orders from Captain Keyes of the Pillar of Autumn, of course. It was invigorating to fight side by side with the Spartans. Unfortunately, I saw firsthand that they weren't all invincible. On our way through the station, we found and rescued the legend himself, Sergeant Avery Johnson, and his squad of Marines, saving them from an unyielding force of Covenant that had them trapped. I remember how funny it was to hear how surprised Johnson sounded over the comms when Chief started dishing out commands. It was priceless. As the ship bay began crawling with more and more enemy forces, Chief picked us up in a Pelican and began unloading every weapon on board at the door to the circumference. The thing that holds the nav database. Probably should have mentioned that earlier. Anyways, Chief destroyed the nav database, and I can't describe the sense of relief I felt after he said mission accomplished. Unfortunately, it wasn't. With the station critical and no AI to open the bay doors, Linda 058 launched herself out the back hatch to go open them herself. The bay began flooding with enemy forces, focusing their fire at the Pelican. Chief responded with a chain gun and missiles. Over the comm, we heard Linda say, "You're clear for exit, Master Chief. We're home free." Then, silence. Those were her last words. She'd been hit by multiple plasma shots. Chief immediately covered her with the Pelican as me and a few Marines jumped out to grab her. I can still smell her smoldering armor as we pulled her inside. Ugh. Johnson wound up flying us up to the Pillar of Autumn, where I was sent back out on a retrieval mission to Reach. I met with a Spartan by the name of Noble 6. He gave me an AI by the name of Cortana. We offered him to join us, but he wound up staying behind and manned a MAC cannon covering us in the Pillar of Autumn for evac. Found out a few years later, Noble 6 died fighting to his last breath. Look, I saw heroes fall. Saw my friends die. My homeworld? It's ash. I knew in every moment this wouldn't even be the worst to come. I wasn't wrong. So yeah, vengeance. Vengeance for the fallen.